It was almost like he understood the assignment. We're on Paramount. There's a new network. There are going to be new fans. We need to introduce them to what the UFC is. I think after watching that, everybody that was tuned in are going to be lifelong fans of the UFC. Because on the special nights, there is not a sport in the world that can compare to the UFC. And tonight we have one of those special nights.
Paddy's heart.
Oh, bro.
The grit of this kid. I don't care that he lost the fight. He comes back and murders like most guys.
Yeah.
Like anyone that doesn't have the grit. Like obviously everyone, like myself and everybody else, is worried about how much a fight like this takes out of you. But he's super young.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think he's young enough to bounce back from a fight like this and to turn it into a superpower moving forward. Because not many people survive Gaethje the way he does, the way he did, or like have moments of greatness late in the fight after taking the hits that he took.
Yeah, Pimblett was all over. 53, 30, 16. Mixed it up to the body a lot more than Gaethje did, for sure. And he starts teeing off on Gaethje towards the end of round 3. Then he jump knees Gaethje and hits him in the groin. Momentum ceases, but he has a good end of the 3rd round after that anyway. Then round 4, he starts doing well, but Gaethje starts finding his timing. They start jabbing a lot, and Gaethje started jabbing with him, and once he had his jab down, he started winging the right overhands. Again, no idea how he didn't get the KO. No idea how he didn't chin Pimblett. There were times when he would land 3 overhand rights in a row. Bear in mind, this is a Gaethje who lands that overhand right on Barboza. Maybe not the same version, but if he lands this on other fighters, they are going out. We've seen it. We've seen other fighters get put out by that. This is like Ferguson level chin, prime Ferguson level chin from Paddy Pimblett. Hopefully he doesn't have a similar trajectory after the Gaethje fight, but he was eating some heaters off of Gaethje in round 4.
It's a great fight. And Paddy's standing there, he's going toe to toe, he's not scared. That's, I'll give him that. He's losing so far, but he don't care, and he's not bloodied up, he's not marked, and now he's chopping away with low kicks. A chance of Paddy, uppercut from Paddy, 1-2 from Justin. Justin connects again. Paddy's saying he got poked in the eye. Mark Goddard steps in. What's going on? Hold on. Eye poke? Was it an eye poke? Paddy saying he got poked in the eye. Referee Mark Goddard has stopped it. Let's take a look here. Fingers are out from Justin. Oh, it was an eye poke.
You had Justin Gaethje taking a Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett is good at grappling. He's a very, very good at grappling. And I felt that he deviated from the game plan, meaning that if I was in his corner, you're going to move. One, Paddy's had to get his hands up. Paddy does a good job when he's fighting people who are shorter than him. When you fought Michael Chandler, but he keep his hands down and he move his head back and pop. But he's got to keep his hands up here. I like the traditional look where you can move, you can elbow, you can throw your right hand, right, left, high kick, push kick. You're just way more. This is standard. This is like the best option. But I still feel like he deviated from the game plan where I think he felt that he was going to be able to knock out Justin Gaethje, and I just don't think Paddy Pimblett has that torque.
Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett finally faced off, and the fight was anything but clean. It was messy, full of violence, and tough to score. In the end, Justin got the win, but people are still talking about it. Here's what different experts had to say about how the fight went down inside the cage.
That is such a hard position to throw punches from, and he's so effective at doing it.
Yeah.
So it comes out of the gate roaring, blazing, walking him down, trying to turn the fight ugly, trying to make it a scrap, trying to make it trying to make it as chaotic as possible.
Yeah.
Now, for round 1, landing some effective shots. Round 2 starts to get in. Paddy's landing shots. It's not like Gaethje is just walking him down, throwing bombs unanswered. Okay, Gaethje's hitting him. Gaethje was landing those effective calf kicks. I was worried for Gaethje's leg with those calf kicks and those leg kicks, because those add up, especially over 5 rounds.
MMA Guru was shocked by how crazy the fight was and how violent it stayed the whole way. A lot of what he talked about was Paddy's chin and how tough he is. He couldn't believe Paddy stayed standing after taking so many clean shots. He kept pointing out how Paddy's chin was up, his defense wasn't tight, and Justin was throwing with bad intentions. To him, almost anyone else would have been put out. Paddy surviving and still swinging made the fight feel unreal.
I have no idea how Paddy Pimblett did not get flatline KO'd on about 50 different occasions. If he lost, yes, he did lose, and if he lost any stock from this, the one saving grace is that he's been saying for a long time, we don't get knocked out, lad, and that would be the worst thing to happen to him. If he got KO'd in one of these fights badly, that would just be his ridicule forever. What happened to Scousers don't get knocked out, and it'd just be images of Paddy Pimblett out cold. I have no idea how he didn't get flatlined in this fight. Justin Gaethje was cracking him with so many overhand rights. And the worst part was, it's not even like you were understanding why he took the shot so well. Oh, he was rolling with that one. Oh, he tucked into that one a little bit. He saw it coming. I could see the shots coming. I was wincing while Gaethje was loading up because you could see Pimblett leaving exchanges with his chin up in the air and just getting his whole jaw span. And somehow he's still in the fight and throwing back.
Round 3 felt like the turning point. He really thought that was when Paddy could start taking control. Paddy was throwing more, using his jab and landing body kicks and leg kicks that were starting to stack up. Justin didn't look as steady for a bit, and it honestly felt like the fight was swinging. After what Paddy went through earlier, that round made the fight feel alive again.
Round 3. I thought Pimblett was about to pick it up and destroy Gaethje by TKO. I was amped in round 3. And you're looking at the numbers here. Round 1, Paddy Pimblett still up on numbers, by the way. He had a great start of the round. 37-27. On significant strikes to Paddy Pimblett. He was chopping up Gaethje. Gaethje hurts him bad. Has the big moment of the round, but Pimblett gets right back to picking him apart after that. So Pimblett is up in the round, bar the knockdown, but he loses the first round 10-9. Round 2, maybe you can't score it 10-8, but it was so close to a finish, I think you have to give out 10-8s for those types of things. There was 2 knockdowns for Gaethje in this fight. But still a competitive round. Round 3, you see Pimblett start to really run away with the numbers towards the end of it. Both guys were scrapping it in the early part of the round. I think Gaethje groin shot him in the clinch, and that never got called either. So Gaethje ended up beating him up in the clinch at one point early. But then Pimblett starts landing non-stop. This was one of the big moments in the third round where I thought it's all going to change. We're leading towards a Pimblett sweep in the last 3 rounds.
Michael Bisping's main read on the fight was that Paddy made things harder for himself than they needed to be. He kept noticing how Paddy's chin stayed high when exchanges got heated, especially when Justin was pressing him toward the fence. Paddy was willing to trade and stand his ground, but against someone like Justin, that choice meant eating clean shots over and over again.
Paddy's chin is way up in the air though. He landed a good uppercut, a good right hand. Justin Gaethje's on the attack. Paddy's backing up. Justin's got him against the fence. He cracked him. Paddy goes down. Paddy's down. Justin passed his guard, raining down blows from the turtle position. More punches. Thinking about maybe a guillotine. Paddy's trying to wrap up one of the arms. He might try and roll. It's a bad position for Paddy Pimblett. Took some heavy shots. Justin's cracking him again. He's holding on to him with one hand, punching in with the other side. Let's go of him. Pulls Paddy back to the feet. Paddy's back up. Justin goes on the attack. Uppercut from Paddy. Justin cuts off the cage. Paddy seems fine though. Cuts off the cage again, does Justin. Lead right hook. Backs Paddy up. Cuts off the cage again.
As the round went on, Bisping focused on Justin's pressure and experience. He kept talking about how Justin didn't chase Paddy. He cut the cage off and made him fight in small spaces. Even when Paddy landed a clean jab or uppercut, Justin was right back on him with shots of his own. Justin was choosing where the fight took place and when the exchanges happened.
And Paddy does need it. Oh, Paddy's down again. Did he drop him? Oh, he slipped. Knee from Paddy. Jab from Paddy. Uppercut from Paddy gets through. But Justin's right in his face, throws a jab. Justin's going to put combinations together. He's only throwing singular shots. Paddy seems fine though.
Cardio is going to be a big thing here. Who's got the cardio?
That's a good point. Who's got the cardio?
Gaethje's been here a lot.
Yeah, Gaethje is, we're talking about the pressure, Gaethje is pressuring big time. He's certainly in the lead. He's swinging heavy, just missed with the wild right hook there. Gaethje with a body lock. Is he going to go for a takedown? No way. No way. Paddy's all cool though. He's not rattled. Turns in to face Gaethje. This is what we did. He got the clinch.
After it was over, Bisping's takeaway was bigger than the result. He saw Justin as the better fighter on the night, but he also saw Paddy proving something important, not skill perfection, but heart durability and willingness to stay in a brutal fight. Paddy showed he belongs, but also showed exactly what needs fixing if he wants to win at this level.
Performance, Paddy the Baddy, oh my god, he impressed the hell out of me. Incredible, he'll learn from that, but I tell you what, he's got what you can't teach. Heart, grit, determination, all that shit. Yeah, he can make tweaks, you can put the chin down, you can lift the hands up. But what he showed tonight is that he is legit. The man is real, and that's for damn sure. He's at the hospital right now. He'll be fine. They're just checking him out. Gotta say though, well done, Justin Gaethje. He was the better man tonight. But that's it, guys. I'm done. If anyone speaks to me about UFC,
Demetrius Johnson focused on Paddy's defense and the bigger picture of the fight. He pointed out that Paddy's low hands can work against shorter fighters, but against someone like Justin, those openings kept getting punished. He felt Paddy needed a tighter guard and cleaner movement to get in safely. He also talked about power and expectations, saying a knockout was never the smart goal. Justin has taken shots from elite strikers and kept coming, so the better path was breaking him down on the ground, where Justin has shown he can be controlled and finished.
Paddy's had to get his hands up. Paddy does a good job when he's fighting people who are shorter than him. When you fought Michael Chandler, that he keep his hands down, he move his head back and pop. But he's got to keep his hands up here. I like the traditional look where you can move, you can elbow, you throw your right hand, right, left, high kick, push kick. You're just way more. This is standard. This is like the best option. But I still feel like he deviated from the game plan where I think he felt that he was going to be able to knock out Justin Gaethje, and I just don't think Paddy Pimblett has that torque. Not saying he can't do it, I just don't think he has the torque to knock out a guy like Justin Gaethje, who's been in wars with guys like Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. Max Holloway's knocked him out. He's knocked out Dustin Poirier. He's been in wars with Eddie Alvarez. He's just been in a lot of wars on the feet. But when you look at some of the things that, Habib did to Justin Gaethje, he made it look easy. He took him down, past his guard, mounted him, and triangled him. So I thought Paddy Pimblett was going to be able to do the exact same thing.
When looking past the fight, Johnson treated this as a fork in the road for both guys. For Justin, he saw this win as a clear step toward bigger title talks. For Paddy, he saw a hard lesson. In Johnson's view, Paddy showed he belongs, but also showed that high-level fights punish small mistakes every single time. Robert Whittaker made it clear that Paddy was not doing badly on the feet. He saw moments where Paddy landed clean shots and kicks and stayed competitive in exchanges. Justin kept the fight in his world, kept Paddy moving backward, and did not respect the power coming back at him. That allowed Justin to stay aggressive without hesitation. Later on, however, Whittaker focused on Paddy's toughness more than anything else. Here, he saw a fighter who always came forward no matter what happened to him. The grit stood out, especially late when Paddy was still finding moments to land. It showed Paddy belongs even in a loss. When Wade Plemons got to Justin versus Paddy, he was honest about his own read being off. He expected Paddy to wrestle more and force scrambles. That never really happened. What surprised him most was Justin landing takedowns and controlling moments there. Wade admitted he may have overrated Paddy's wrestling offense and underrated Justin's ability to shut it down and even reverse it. What impressed Wade most about Paddy was the recovery. Getting dropped hard, taking damage, then coming out in round 3 as if nothing happened. Wade talked about how rare that kind of bounce back is. He genuinely thought the fight might turn when Justin started slowing and Paddy picked up the pace. But in Wade's view, round 4 decided everything. Justin dug deep and took control back when the fight was hanging in the balance. More pressure, more damage, leg kicks coming back into play. Wade saw that as a veteran instinct, knowing when the fight is slipping and refusing to let it go. One thing Max Holloway clearly respected was the pace of the fight. He reacted to how neither guy took a break. You get hit, you hit back. Over and over, the speed and volume stayed high deep into the fight, and Max saw that as a sign of a real fight, not a slow, careful one. That pace favored the guy who could stay aggressive without fading. At the end of it all, it was about toughness on both ends for Max. Paddy stood up and threw all night. He just did not check out. Justin remained the only guy throwing forward, starting the exchanges and dictating the pace. When it came to Justin himself, he thinks that he did everything the right way. He stayed away from risky grapples, kept the fight in the areas where he was strongest, and landed the hardest shots he could. He controlled how the fight went, punished any openings Paddy left, and shut down anyone who thought Paddy's chaotic style could overwhelm him. Justin also showed off his endurance and focus. Even when Paddy came at him with bursts of attacks, Justin didn't let fatigue or pressure affect him. He stayed patient, timed his strikes perfectly, and kept a clear strategy the entire time. This proves his training isn't just physical, it always has a mental aspect to it as well. That kind of discipline and control is exactly what separates champions from regular contenders, showing why he's at the top of the game. After 5 tough rounds, Justin Gaethje got the win, but the fight gave everyone plenty to talk about. Experts were split. Some praised Justin's power and accuracy, while others said Paddy's toughness and heart made him a serious threat the whole fight. The eye poke added even more debate, with some thinking it changed the momentum, and others saying Paddy proved he could hang with one of the best. It was a fight that kept everyone on edge, and people are still talking about it. This one won't be forgotten anytime soon. What did you think of the fight? Let us know in the comments below.